Frank Onyeka into the team on the score sheet. The JFK Centre in Washington. It's a lovely ball pushed forward by Meshach Elliott. He's brought it on well to Bakambu. Continue the run down the middle, and it's in! Elliott's there! 1-1. He started it. And it might happen again. Elliott's on the way, but he doesn't have any. A superb stop. An extraordinary shootout. 3 rounds. And it's 1-1.
Well, this is
already set to take the kick, and Fayalu isn't. Fayalu stepping backwards. Ajayi forwards, and it's saved! Fayalu got there! The door is open. Ajayi denied.
potential heartbreak for Nigeria here. The experienced Ajayi steps up, and Fayalu at full stretch to his left. Brilliantly denies. An incredibly powerful shot. It needed a little height, to be fair. There was not too much wrong with that penalty attempt.
They were starting to celebrate. Not yet. Chancel Mbemba, Mr. Experience. The winning goal on Thursday night in the semi-final. Needing to keep his bottle here. Mbemba stepping up. He's won it. It's the DRC on the way to Mexico. And maybe on the way to the World Cup. Nigeria are out. And this was the kick that decided it.
Takes full responsibility always, does Chancel Mbemba.
A disappointing night. Now Nigeria knows that there is no spot for the three-time African champions to go for the intercontinental playoffs in Mexico. DR Congo will be doing that job in that playoff sport for Africa. With that, welcome you to Kickoff Sports Show. That was a game where Nigeria lost in penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw in 120 minutes of the playoff final last night in Morocco. It went into a penalty shootout and it ended 4-3 in favor of DRC. My name is Oladako. Could be you call me YS9. We've got more to talk about on the show this morning, but hey, much ado for now concerning Super Eagles of Nigeria's exit from the playoff. And let's talk about NBA tennis this morning, and after that we'll return and talk more football stories. Remember, we have NPFL game going down tonight, Enugu Rangers against the Barao FC, as we also look at World Cup qualifier matches scheduled for Europe. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM, Solutions 939 FM. Jump on these platforms. Let us also have take your reactions concerning some matches, so many matches that went down, same as injuries that will be affecting some teams when the league returns. Calafiori out injured, Gabriel also injured. It's going to be a big headache for Arsenal. But now let's look at tennis. But let's start with basketball here as we look at results of games decided this morning, where Washington Wizards lost 106 to 129 points against the Brooklyn Nets. In overtime, it was Houston Rockets that defeated Orlando Magic's 117 to 113 points. Golden State Warriors rose, defeating New Orleans Pelicans 124 to 106 points. In overtime, the scoreline between Dallas Mavericks and Portland Trail Blazers ended 138 to 133 points victory for the Mavericks, as Phoenix Suns lost 122 to 124 points against the visiting Atlanta Hawks. In overtime, we had Utah Jazz beating Chicago Bulls 150 to 147 points. Now, Mavericks power forward center Anthony Davis will be sidelined for at least 7 to 10 more days while he recovers from his left calf strain. Now, David missed his ninth straight game where a 138 to 133 overtime win against the Portland Trail Blazers saw him on the sideline. The latest timetable was determined after Davis was reevaluated over the weekend. Now, for Damon Green, there was a huge drama in that one against New Orleans Pelicans. Well, Golden State forward Damon Green went nearly chest to chest with a fan during the Warriors game against the New Orleans Pelicans, where the fan was identified as Sam Green of New Orleans was wearing a black polo shirt with a Pelicans logo on it. He was standing and cheering after Damon Green had been called for a shooting foul while guarding Pelicans forward Herbert Jones. Now remember, Golden State Warriors went on to win that game 124 to 106 points in the wee hours of today against the New Orleans Pelicans. Now let's talk tennis here, and let us stand up for a man who won the biggest last tournament of the year, and that was the ATP final. Yannick Sinner saw off a close rival, Carlos Alcaraz, to clinch the ATP finals title with a 7-5, 7-6 victory over the Spaniard who struggled with a hamstring injury. An extremely tight and competitive first set saw no single break points conceded until Alcaraz forced to set points, by which points the 22-year-old had already received treatment to his injured hamstring following an overstretch. Here is Yannick Sinner speaking after the victory against his rival Carlos Alcaraz.
Innanzitutto inizio con Carlos, but no, Carlos, amazing season, amazing what you're doing, the whole team. I know a lot of work, a lot of great memories you've done again for your career. Well deserved for the number one. We haven't spoken yet, but I'm extremely happy. If it's another player than me, I always choose you. So you really deserve it. You are definitely a player I look up to. You know, a lot of motivation. I need this. You know, every practice session with a big purpose, and we are all very happy. The whole fans here are very happy to see you play. You are the most energetic and player on tour, so keep going. I wish you also best of luck. I know you have one more tournament to go. Best of luck with that after well-deserved rest for you too, and hope to see you again next year with, you know, hopefully great battles ahead of us. So thank you.
Yannick Sinner, a man who was a world number one, but at the ATP final saw Alcaraz return to world number one. Here is Carlos Alcaraz, despite the defeat, still holding on to that number one spot to end the year 2025.
Yeah, first of all, I never doubt about myself. I never doubt about my level on indoor court. I didn't doubt about playing and fighting toe-to-toe with Yannick on indoor court. So I thought at the beginning of the match, and I thought right after yesterday's match that I can beat him, that I can compete against him here. So it didn't surprise at all. So that I was really close. It was just about details. So I'm just really happy with the performance that I did today. Yannick on indoor court. So I thought at the beginning of the match, and I thought right after yesterday's match that I can beat him, that I can compete against him here. So it didn't surprise at all. So that I was really close. It was just about details. So I'm just really happy with the performance that I did today, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna keep growing up. You know, my level on indoor court. So
artificial intelligence.
Well, Carlos Alcaraz there, and we wish him all the best going to the year 2026 as world number one. But losing against Yannick Sinner is a big issue for me. Maybe due to the injury he copped, but he needs to be more focused. And well, let's move on this morning. Remember, we've got a lot of other tennis tournaments going down in Ecuador, Brazil. We've got more going down in Italy. Same man as the Sydney, Australia ATP Challenger. Games already decided this morning from that side. Tai Shai, Tai Sach, James Maccabe, Karen Tai all won their matches in the wee hours of today. For the ladies, they'll be in action starting 4 p.m. today at the Colina Chile WTA Challenger. Now, moving away from that, let's go straight and talk football. Well, a lot of people have been sending in their reactions on the Facebook fan page this morning. Solutions 939 FM, Oluwasegun Adeleke, commentator Jalasho area, Abib Muyiwati Jani, and well, with a lot of statements here. But let's check the MPFL, because when we get to that part, we read your messages, and even if you want to call in, you can let us know how you feel Nigeria missing back-to-back World Cups.
Sabi dribble, but you no fit dribble past malaria if you no use insecticide treated nets. Malaria dey real o.
This message now from Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Nine 12 is the time, live from Solutions 93.9 FM. Looking at the game going down today, Enugu Rangers will be in action on the road against the Barao FC, and that game is going down by 4 p.m. Looking at the standings for the both teams going into this one, Barao is languishing in the 19th position on the MPFL log, while Enugu Rangers is placed 6th. Well, should there be a victory for Rangers in this one that is placed 6th, that means the Rangers International will be moving to the 5th position on the MPFL log, because Niger Tornadoes is placed 5th with 20 points, and that means Rangers with 3 points will have 22 points and will be behind Abia Warriors. But depending on the number of goals, should Rangers score more goals in this one, that means Rangers will usurp Abia Warriors to move to that 4th spot. Now for Barao FC, a victory is needed in this one. Barao has drawn 2 matches back-to-back, had a goalless draw against Wiki Tourist, had a 1-0 draw against Katsina United. A victory this evening will give Barao FC 13 points, and that means the team should be around 18, 17, 16 positions on the MPFL log, depending on number of goals scored, because Bendel Insurance has scored 11 goals, conceding 15, having -4. Roma Stars has a -5. Kun Khalifa has -5 as well. So, Barao has conceded 13 and scored 7. So, they need to score a lot of goals today. But the question is, can they score a lot of goals against Enugu Rangers that has conceded just 7 goals this season? Although, looking at number of goals for Rangers as well, scored 10. A big question, begging for answers. But remember, some matches decided over the weekend saw different results. But now let's move on this morning and look at how things are shaped up last night on the continent of Africa. But we won't do that without paying some bills. Do not go anywhere. Kickoff Sports Show is still live.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Aweni Arena Event Center?
Aweni Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they'll work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Aweni Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Libati, Okado, Ibadan, or call 0809-360-7888 or 0706-899-4970 to book your event today. Aweni Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
Great people of Oyo State, the Omoluabis of Jericho Businessmen Club, JBC, invites you to its 3rd annual Socio-Economic Summit with the theme Future Ready Oyo State, Tech, Talent and Transformation for a Thriving Tomorrow.
Join us at the Jericho Businessmen's Club's annual Socio-Economic Summit, a gathering of great minds shaping a future-ready Oyo State, happening live at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, on Friday, November 21, 2025.
Let's explore how digital skills and innovation can drive prosperity for our state.
State. The summit also includes a future-ready youth digital boot camp to equip young people with in-demand tech skills.
Special guest of honor are His Excellency Engineer Sheyi Makinde, Executive Governor of Oyo State, Dr. Bosun Tijani, Federal Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy. The Royal Father of the Day is Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, Arusa 1, Olubadan of Ibadan land.
Attendance is free, so register now at summit.jbcibadan.org.
Jericho Businessmen Club, shaping tomorrow together.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, SEC 0209-462-1168, 0916-772-3240. Announcer, FSRCC.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
How do you feel? We're devastated as a team. I'm really proud of the boys. These are moments where there's so much emotion. The boys gave it everything. It's not just this game, the games before, the last 10 months. We went out fighting. It wasn't good enough today, but I think there's so much positive still to take from here. There's an AFCON around the corner in 1 month's time. And I've seen so many players stand up, become leaders, the experience that they gained throughout this qualification. And I think the future of this team is bright. We have so many young players.
William George Ekong speaking after Nigeria got bonded out in the final playoff in CAF, AFCON. In Africa qualifier playoff, how do you call it? Was saying that now the focus is now on AFCON and not about the World Cup because the boys now are out. Flavor Nabania, Baba Mal, Afro culture. Well, the question I need to ask this morning is it that Nigeria cannot compete with African teams? Is it that we don't have the team that can go to the World Cup? Is it that we don't have a team that can contend with big teams? Because I feel maybe these players were looking at the World Cup and not looking at the playoff. Looking at the game last night, most of these players were flat-footed. Most of these players were playing without vision. Most of these players were not even seeing themselves scoring without a Victor Osimhen. I don't know what you feel, but let us listen to Eric Shell this morning saying that DR Congo came with voodoo. They were throwing something. Here is Eric Shell before reading your messages this morning.
During all the penalty session, a guy of Congo did some voodoo. Every time. So this is why I was a little nervous after him.
Yeah. What did you see?
Yeah, something like that. With the I don't know if it's a water or something like that. So I don't. We did a penalty session yesterday. So yeah, it was a choice. But. We can come back. We can come back maybe 1 hour later, and maybe this is not the same. So. No.
Eric Shell, Super Eagles coach, there. Now let's check some messages here this morning on our Facebook fan page. Shegun Adeleke is saying, time to go back to the drawing board as a footballing nation. This team should be able to function with or without Osimhen. But reverse is the case. Shell in game management was so off yesterday. Maybe under pressure. Maybe NFF did not see that when the way they were pouring water on this man when he was handling Mali. But let's check this other message. Commentator Jolasho Henry Ario saying, Nigeria, sorry for your loss. My deepest Congolese. I pledge to Ghana, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. To participate in the World Cup is not by playoff. Now, Habib Muyiwati Jani this morning says, watching you from Araromakinde, we were expecting Tolu Arokodare to be scoring only for him to be showing us bleached pink lips. Now, Adetobe Maxwell is saying, watching you from Agodi Gate, Ibadan, Egbami, where is our own voodoo? Wahala no dey finish. I can't imagine our Malian coach want to fight one of the DR Congo officials because he saw him reciting incantation and waving something like voodoo during penalty shootout. Imagine. This is one of the reasons we are Africans. There is one Yoruba adage that says, okay, Gbagbo. I don't understand the Yoruba you put here, but I saw something. Figba Yawo Niyawo. It was a disappointing moment last night. Unfortunately, I could not get in touch with Dukudi this morning because he was so optimistic about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He sent in a message last night about the Super Eagles and saying that he was so disappointed about the team. He was expecting much. This was the message. He said, the better team won tonight. I'm very disappointed because as soon as Victor left the pitch, the Super Eagles attack fell apart. The question now is, the focus is now on the Africa Cup of Nations. Will Eric Shell win the AFCON to make Nigerians happy for missing out at the World Cup playoff intercontinental? That is a big question to be answered by NFF or the Nigerian Sports Commission or even Eric Shell himself, including the Super Eagles players. Because if most of the matches played in the World Cup qualifiers were taken with so much seriousness, including NFF giving the players enough good environment, maybe we wouldn't have found ourselves in this position. But let's just move on this morning and look at more football stories.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Well, remember, we've got more World Cup qualifier matches going down today. In UEFA qualification first round Group A, Germany will be up against Slovakia, 8:45 tonight. Luxembourg travels to play Northern Ireland. And in Group G, UEFA qualification first round, Malta, 8:45 today, hosts Poland as Lithuania travels to play Netherlands. And in the Group L, UEFA qualification first round, Czech Republic will take on Gibraltar as Croatia travels to play Montenegro. That is what it looks like right there. And for the international friendly matches scheduled for today, Sean will take on Mozambique. Madagascar battles Equatorial Guinea. And the game between Egypt and Algeria has been cancelled while Bahrain hosts Somalia. Comoros will be up against Namibia. Egypt take on Cape Verde. Qatar battles Zimbabwe. Finland will be up against Andorra. Well, there might be a problem for a coach, Thomas Tuchel, going to the FIFA World Cup because he may be having issues with Jude Bellingham. But he came out to say that Bellingham must accept his decision-making after the England midfielder showed his frustration at being substituted during the 2-0 win against Albania. I still have a question to ask Real Madrid players. Most times when they get subbed off, remember Vinicius Junior's drama as well. Well, remember Harry Kane's second half double secured 2-0 victory in Tirana that saw the Euro 2024 runners-up complete a flawless Group K campaign with an 8-win and 8 clean sheets. I don't want to go back to Nigeria looking at our own qualification and have to go to playoff and fail to even make the final playoff for Intercontinental. Now, this is a big headache. Let's talk about football this morning. Arsenal defender Gabriel did not travel with Brazil squad for their friendly against Tunisia in France after scans confirmed a thigh injury. The 27-year-old picked up the injury during a friendly win over Senegal at Arsenal's Emirates Stadium on Saturday. Carlo Ancelotti apologized to Arsenal fans, but this is not also what we are looking at here. Riccardo Calafiori also withdrew from international duty with Italy due to injury. Now, Calafiori's injury will come as a blow to Arsenal, who are already without Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, Victor Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, Kai Havertz, and now with Gabriel. It's a big headache, right? But now let's look at what is also happening on the back pages of papers this morning, talking likely transfers. Now, with Mohamed Salah due to play for Egypt in the Africa Cup of Nations in December and January, Liverpool continue to be linked with a January move for Bournemouth 25-year-old forward Antoine Semenyo, whose country Ghana failed to qualify. Liverpool are planning a serious bid for AZ Alkmaar 19-year-old Netherlands midfielder Keith Smith. We talk more, but now talking about Zinedine Zidane. He has reportedly secured his future return to management and will replace Didier Deschamps as France manager after the World Cup. That is according to updates we are getting this morning. We'll talk more on Extra Time, 6:30 p.m. this evening. This will be the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show. Comrade Ayodeji Adeshokpe this morning, looking very corporate, is not concerned that Nigeria is not playing at the World Cup, but something that may affect the World Cup of PDP. Come 2026 happened over the weekend. Some wickets suspended. Ayodele Fayose suspended. More, with 9 others. Let's talk about this. I know you are talking more about this in 30 seconds. Is this more drama, more problem for PDP? Because some members at that convention came out to say that they were not part of those who supported the suspension of Wike, Fayose, and others.
Yes, expulsion actually. But you see, that's the way it goes in the political space. Your interest. You are in pursuit of your interest. If there's a convergence of interest, we work together. When there's no longer a convergence, I look for people who will have convergence. Fintiri was in convergence with Plateau Governor Mutfwang. They both issued. So you look for convergence where your interest is served.
But do you think these people, don't you think we'll be having more people exit PDP? If Mutfwang, if Fintiri most especially Fintiri was at the convention and still came out on social media to say that he was not part. But was he not part of the convention?
He expressed an opinion that at this point, expulsion was not, in his opinion, what should be done.
But if someone is holding a party on the jugular, don't you think you just have to take the person off?
You see, that's another shade of opinion. So, everybody, and then you gather yourselves in numbers and whoever has. But you see, in political parties, winner does not take it all. You share it out. So they will share it out. Don't worry.
Okay. Don't worry. We wish PDP all the best. Ire for PDP. Well, we heard more from Comrade Ayodeji Adeshokpe with the Comrade Adedamola Lafewa this morning, looking at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers, same as what is trending across Nigeria. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. Like what I said, keep doing sports and stay safe. Good morning.